We had all the three divisions together, and we ended up with over 800 ships of every description because of the three divisions we had. And the morning of February the 19th, 1945, we ended up outside of Iwo Jima. Of course, we were told beforehand while we were aboard the ships as to where we were going. But we also knew about it because they bombarded Iwo Jima 74 days before we landed, and 3 days of bombardment by the battleships and the cruisers and everything else. So therefore, they felt like it was going to be a walk in the park because of the number of shellings, the days, and everything else, and the amount of ammunition. General Holland Mad Smith wanted 10 days because he apparently knew more about what they were facing because of the tunnels that had been started long before the Japanese got there, because they were mining the sulfur that was on the island. So therefore, they felt like more bombardment was needed. But they did not. 3 days after the battle started, they pulled up anchor, and a good number of the battle wagons and the other ships left Iwo Jima. I landed H+2, H meaning 9 o'clock when the first wave landed, and +2 means around 11 o'clock in the morning is when I landed on the beach. I landed with Barbara Conable, who was a senator, ended up being a senator under the Nixon administration. He was also president of the World Bank for 5 years after he was a senator. I ended up being a forward observer, and on the 4th day, we got word that the first forward observer team would be going up to relieve the teams that were up there. And on the 5th day is when we went up in the afternoon, and on our way up, we stopped for maybe a half a second, and a large mortar round landed in the midst of us. 1 dead, 10 wounded, and 5 of us walked away. What happened to me is I had a slit on my left canteen of about 4 inches, and I had my poncho or my gun belt hanging down the back of my legs, and shrapnel went through the poncho and created aerated poncho, which was no longer good to me.